Hello, world, and welcome to our live stream. I'm Aaron.
I'm Garrett.
That's JoJo. And we're going to be talking tonight about Mavericks and comic books, answering questions from the fans, and debating the finer points of future military warfare. So, to start things off, Garrett, what are we looking at on this screen?
Oh, this is another page that I'm playing around with from later in the book.
Let's give the audience a better view.
So this is the command center for Norca battlefield operations, and that's General Herrick.
There is a little bit of a delay.
Our ace pilot. That's
Okay.
that's Mother there. She's
Wait, they missed my whole hello?
So I'm kind of just playing around with some things. That's all right. Very work in progress. But what I can do is I can show some of that earlier stuff that I was promising to show.
Not that. That was a sneak peek.
Yeah, well.
So we've got Crimson Owl Comics and Frank Salazar in the chat. What's up, fellas? Good to see you. Apparently, there was a bit of a delay on our end, so I'm going to do my little intro again. Hello, world, and welcome to The Frequency. I'm Aaron. That's Garrett, and JoJo's down here somewhere.
He's hanging around. Jojo, can you come up here? No? Okay.
And today, we're going to be answering questions about Mavericks, debating the finer points of future military warfare, and talking some comics. So if there are any questions in the chat, please don't hesitate to post them, and Frequency Girl will put them up on the screen so we can answer them. In the meantime, I don't know if you tuned in last week, but if you did, you saw early renders of this that Garrett was still flatting. But now, as you can see, he's added colors, and we actually swapped around a text box.
I did.
We moved two panels to make the sequence better.
Let me arrange. I got too many windows open right now.
Thank you very much, Crimson Owl.
Yeah, so this is page 2.
I'm going to go full screen on it.
Yeah, please. Page 2. Yeah, you can see we swapped panels 5 and 6, and took out some of the blue text boxes. So we're just playing around with how the narrative of these first few pages go. And I think this flow is a lot better. It's a little bit cleaner to look at. So, it's not.
Oh my goodness!
This is page 3. I added in the blue text box, some like the weird kind of like refracted light on the text bubbles there, or the text boxes. Same up here.
Do we want to give them a quick preview of the other thing that we've got going on? Oh, I already posted it to the Discord. So
here's the cool shot of Ulaanbaatar where he's kind of looking on the out over the bits of it, and I'm gonna need to turn that fog down because I don't know if I like the way that looks. Let me see here. What if
it makes it look a little bit blurry?
Well, that's kind of the idea is I want to have a little bit of that, but I don't want it to be too much.
Isn't it neat that he can do all of that with just the click of a button, ladies and gentlemen? That's the power of Clip Studio.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, anyhow, that I need to play with that a little bit. Maybe change some of the snow, how that's falling. We'll get to it. Yeah, and hopefully when this is printed at 9x12, it'll be pretty solid. Then we got page 5 here, which is pretty much all done. The colors on that are good. We got the text bubbles in. So my boy's eye patch and man bun on the machine gun, and then we got scarf and goggles in the front here.
Oh, you have no idea, Crimson Owl. Want to flip back to the cityscape and show them a close up?
Oh, of some of
the hatch work that you did and the real detail that you put in. Look at this. Look, I mean, it's very detailed and accurate, and you're not going to really get too much of that detail to come through so far away, but nevertheless, it's in there.
No, I mean, when this is printed at full size, it's going to look good, I think. And that's
Hotel Blue Sky.
Hotel Blue Sky, right in front of
Integral landmark in the city.
What's the name of the square?
Sukhabatar Square.
Sukhabatar Square.
There's a giant statue of Genghis Khan,
which you can see right there.
Hello, welcome, Keith Harper. Glad to see you.
That's the drop zone for our team of Norca pilots is going to be Sukhabatar Square, and they're going to trek along the city to Hotel Genghis Khan, which is right here.
That the refugees have sort of made their camp in front of.
Which there's some nice ruins there, and
make it feel all blasted out because it's a war-torn cityscape.
Yeah,
we really wanted to give a
these are the
good establishing shot to the
and these are the slums that surround the city. Because actually, if you
there are actual slums.
in Ulaanbaatar, the downtown area is skyscrapers and big buildings like this, but then there's just these countless honestly, they're like dirt floor huts and stuff like that, and like these dirt roads that like surround and ring the city. So I wanted to kind of give an idea of the crazy amount of really kind of low tech slums outside the city that they have to trek through to get into there.
Yeah, it's a good juxtaposition between the very low tech and the more well established, well off.
And I got my big golden eagle up in the corner here with the two text boxes.
Yep. The orange one is a location box. That's how I write it in the script. You have to differentiate between the different types of boxes and bubbles, of course. And so we like to color code them. And
then this transfers into...
It actually is. It's quite beautiful. If you look it up on the internet, the interiors are really lavish and just opulent. It's great. You shown us Top Knot and
yep. So these guys who don't have names.
So that's not Captain Goggles, Frank. That's Captain Monocles.
Well, yeah. I originally gave him a pair of high-tech binoculars, but then I was like, man, I really want this guy to have an eye patch, so I changed it to be just a single high-tech looking view glass. And that poor guy's got one eye. And he's hanging out with
Star-Lord.
Yeah, so right, Star-Lord. And there they see Batu Khan and his people coming in from
down off the ridge that they were just on. They're going to meet up with the resistance, the rebel resistance refugees that need to be airlifted out. We shouldn't give them too much of the plot. We can show them the art, but we shouldn't tell them the story.
You can get it. It's fine.
They'll get it through the previews when we're launching the campaign. They'll kind of piece it together.
Yep. And then got this all colored from earlier this week when I was working on just the pencils of it and whatnot, and looking pretty good.
Yeah, if you remember last time, it was flatted and pink.
Yep.
I'm really liking it. I'm liking the panel that we switched around, or I should say that you switched around to make the dialogue work better. That was a genius play. I was sitting there trying to figure out how I wanted the dialogue bubbles to play out with the frames that were drawn in, and Garret was like, well, what if we just switch these two panels? And I was like, and that made all the difference. Yep. It's really incredible how when you do something like this, you were saying the words just kind of come so easily between the exchange between these two.
Do you still have the original to show them?
Oh yeah. It's just these two panels that are flipped.
I know, but it really did make such a big difference. You don't think
there we go.
it.
Yeah.
But...
See, I wanted originally to have Batu Khan, the guy with the red scarf, replying to what's the Russian dude's name? Davil, right. But we can't have it in the same box. I think it looks too cluttered.
We can, but
I think it looks too cluttered. And I was like, well, why can't I have the bubble be in the orange area above Batu Khan's head? And that didn't quite look right. So we flipped it, and now Davil says his thing, and Batu Khan replies, and it makes a perfect sense because then you go to the lower right-hand corner with that uphill climb to the top of the ridge.
Yeah, it looks so much better. It works so much better.
Yep. These are the types of little things that you encounter when you're editing, and I like sharing the anecdotes because they might be useful to people that are working alongside us or in the same field, or looking back on in retrospect at our old videos.
Yep. And that's just one of those things where it happens where you got a pretty clear view of what you want to do for artwork, but it doesn't always line up with what you're trying to do dialogue wise, and
Yep.
So sometimes you got to make little changes or concessions for that.
Yeah, even when like the writer lays something out on a page, they may have an idea in their head, and when the artist draws it out, it doesn't look like what the writer imagined. Sometimes it's better. Sometimes it's confusing, and Garret is really great at making adaptive saves. He says close enough for jazz a lot because he's very good at the improv, and it's great when an artist is good at improv because they can make solutions. They're not locked into seeing something a certain way and no, that's how it's drawn, that's how it's going to be. He's very, very flexible with that. And it's great working with him.
I appreciate you call it improv. I don't know if it's necessarily improv.
It's absolutely improv. I think it's improv when we're talking about it and you come up with a way to change it on the fly. Of course, then it takes you a while to sit down and draw it out, but nevertheless.
I mean, what's the difference between improvising and creating something?
Improvising is creating something on your own without context on the fly. If I were to pick up my violin and just start playing something without any sort of direction, I would be improvising. If someone said, I need a bridge between this part of the piece and that part, and I kind of came up with something based off of what they were telling me, it's improvisation. That's what I would call it. I
just don't know if it I don't know if that necessarily applies to artwork though, because you're always kind of how you are always making art, right?
That's fair.
I guess if you don't have a direct reference, you're that.
Well, I guess in the context of it being a script, how we have something written out, a written series of panels and exchanges, and then you're able to come up with something on the fly to adapt that. That's why I would, imply it's improvisational. You're going outside of the frames. You're going outside of the box and thinking to come up with a solution for what isn't working when we're inside the box.
Yep, that makes sense.
So what do you guys think about lasers? Like straight legit, someone in the chat post what you think about lasers. Because Garret and I have been having this conversation. We just started it earlier, actually, because I mentioned that on the last couple streams, I wanted to talk about lasers. Because if we're talking about future war, we might want to talk about the possibility of other types of ammunition and projectiles being on the battlefield.
I mean, lasers are always a thing in like Gundam and stuff.
100%.
Yeah.
And we don't.
Actually, to be fair, they're not really lasers. They're called beam weapons in Gundam.
DEWs in real life, direct energy weapons, because they have microwave guns, they have lasers, they have sonic cannons, and all of those exist right now.
Do you want lasers in Mavericks?
I'm not sure. It's something that I'm debating. I think right now in the origin story, we don't need to go there. I think we wanted to keep it as close to present as possible without too much fantastical departure. But when the main series, which takes place about a decade after Ulaanbaatar, we might want to introduce some more of the, farther fictional scientific devices.
Right.
We already have lasers right now. We have them ship mounted. I was just watching a documentary on that, like laser weapons in the American military. And they're used to like target specific pinpoint areas that are vulnerable to combustion, like fuel tanks or warheads or things like that. But I don't know if we would have need of that on the battlefield, like in the type of conflict that we're looking at in Origins, which is like an urban setting. We don't have like a whole lot of open area to. Yeah, but no.
I guess
red and blue lasers are that's like their guns shot lasers.
Someone's saying both.
Yeah, G.I. Joe lasers. Yeah, Frank is saying G.I. Joe lasers. Smaller railguns. Yes, Steve, we do have railguns. Cold Shoulder's primary weapon is actually a portable railgun.
Just not certain scientific ones.
No, not certain scientific railguns. They shoot quarters.
You don't shoot quarters?
Steve shoots quarters.
The I guess like if we're thinking about the practicality of it, right? Like, I guess it depends on the power source, right?
Mm-hmm. It's all EM. I mean, for railguns, it's all electromagnetism. For lasers, you definitely need heat and light, right? The beam weapon that you're generating.
You don't need heat; you just need light, right?
Well, you generate heat with light,
right? So you just need to produce the light.
Right.
The light produces the heat, right? So like you don't need the heat to make the laser, right?
Right. You need something that creates a lot of lumens. That you can then focus.
So really, you just need to be able to carry a power source, right?
Well, if you look, do you remember Akira? You remember Akira?
Yeah, of course, I remember.
Remember the laser rifle in Akira?
Yeah,
that had a
battery
pack.
Yep.
Right, something like that. I mean, it just looks like a laser gun.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it has lenses in it. It looks like a laser gun.
Yeah. But I'm just, I'm saying like in terms of solid projectile, you got to carry tons and tons and tons of ammo with you. That's got a lot of weight.
Every time you make a shot, you got a casing or.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not really too worried about that. I'm more just about the practicality of carrying that with you into like combat on a frame, right? So like it's however much the ammo weighs that you're bringing with you, that's a lot, and then you got to replace that by bringing more and more rounds. A battery pack is that certainly probably weighs a lot. But
we would need to look at how many joules it could put out.
But I mean,
how much wattage for light.
We are dealing with our Mavericks. In theory, carry their power sources with them. So if they just
Gen 2s,
yeah. So if the Gen 2s and even the Gen 3s later on,
Gen 3s are there. We don't want to give that away.
Right. I'm just saying. Well, later on, I don't think it's
later on. It may make a lot of sense actually to have lasers. So in that case, we might want to see a prototype in the origin story.
Fair enough.
Maybe a one-off, like in the end of Iron Man 2, where he zaps everything and they all fall apart, and he goes, "I can only do that once." It's a one-off. It's my daily. It's my daily power. My one per event.
Now we're nerding about LARP stuff.
I think it'd be cool to have a giant robot mech LARP.
I mean, yes, that would be awesome. I have no idea how you would actually be able to pull that off.
On Twitter today, I saw someone who made a 6-foot tall cardboard Rodimus Prime.
Really?
That fully transformed.
That's wild.
Yeah. I was down. I was like, oh my God, I need to wear this.
I gotta be honest. I freaking loved Hot Rod in the movie.
Yep.
I hated Rodimus Prime. I thought Rodimus Prime was like the worst character choice ever. I was like, what did you do to my guy?
He became the leader of the Autobots.
Which is dumb because he was like but he was the hotshot badass. Like you gotta make him into. There's so many better choices.
Well, I mean, you're supposed to give it to what's his name, the blue and white and red.
But he gets killed by the junk.
Well, he gives him the Matrix after that and restores him to life, if I recall correctly. Rodimus, restores the dude to life, but uses the Matrix. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, man. It's been forever since I saw Transformers the movie.
Oh, we should probably watch that at some point.
Right, we should.
When was the last time you also watched Transformers?
I don't know. Ba weep grana weep ninny-ba.
I'm gonna put that on a bumper sticker on some Mav.
Nice.
One of the refugee Mavs is gonna have that.
Gonna have ba weep grana weep ninny-ba.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell them the little nugget that you put in on the shoulder of Davul's Mav? No. Okay. No. I won't tell him. Okay. We're gonna put that in the notes though. I mean, I have to let him know all the little touches that we put in.
Someone can look it up.
Then we'll say in the notes, hey, do you know what it says on his shoulder in Cyrillic? Question mark.
Yeah.
The whole point is to tell him that we do all this stuff on purpose with thought towards it and to put as much attention into the book as we can because we're doing everything for a reason.
That's fair.
What does Steve say? Steve says, in near future sci-fi, solid projectile weapons will have the energy to deal damage. Lasers can be used defensively to take out incoming munitions like mortars and missiles. Definitely missiles and mortars. I actually saw this documentary where they're using them today. There are ship-mounted lasers in circulation in the U.S. Navy right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not even
That
really,
shoot missiles out of the sky.
that's not even like near future. That's just like
That's
that's
now.
straight up what we have now, right?
I also
Like,
think, though, he's talking about lasers that are more portable, that aren't like mounted on ships.
right. Fair enough.
Although, it would be scary to have a ship that has 360 laser defense systems to shoot down, ICBMs or cruise missiles or anything, and also railguns on it to, punch back at enemy craft over long distances. Yes, Crimson Owl remembers Rodimus Prime.
There we go.
What was the name of the other guy?
The guy who wasn't Optimus.
Yeah.
God,
I call him Sentinel something, but that's not his name.
No.
We're gonna have to look it up. Oh, that's the dropship you're drawing.
Yeah, I'm just kind of putzing around with it right now.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that.
I,
The dropship for
Yep.
the maps.
I never really had a good design for the dropship. I didn't put a ton of work. I mean, I tried coming up with stuff, and nothing ever really kind of like got me super jazzed about it. So right now I'm kind of just replaying around with some of the ideas that I had.
So is this like a full page instead of a panel?
Oh no, this is just a tiny panel that I'm playing around with. So
It looks like a whole page.
no. This is
Ultra Magnus.
Thank you.
Oh wow, yeah.
Ultra Magnus. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is
So
just
you
some
see how
tiny
zoomed
detail.
in you can get.
Oh yeah,
Like-
which is a very dangerous thing.
Yeah, because Garret will go to town on one panel and then realize that that's only 1/4 of the page.
Right.
Yeah, like I legit thought we were looking at like a full page or something.
Now we don't have we do have a full page shot of the dropship, but not it landing on the tarmac.
Yeah, there's no full page shots of the
Of
dropship.
them with the dropship in the background, right?
No, there's none of that.
Didn't you redo the samurai pose?
Yeah, there's no dropship there.
I thought there was a dropship over the shoulder.
No.
No.
There
Okay.
used to be.
There used to be, ladies and
Now they're
gentlemen.
chasing a truck.
That's
Yeah.
right. They are.
That's the
That's the new pose.
Yeah.
That's actually the thumbnail right now on the
for the Indiegogo.
Indiegogo pre-launch,
Yeah.
which we should probably drop because it's our live stream.
Yes, I will.
So
drop
Frequency
it again.
Girl,
I will. I mean, Frank already dropped it, but I will drop it again.
Thanks,
drop
Frank.
Drop it every.
And it's
every
also
so
in the
often.
description.
Oh, it is?
It is.
I would like it described in the chat.
Oh, okay. Give me one moment, and I will describe away for you,
Thank you.
dear sir.
I appreciate it, dear madam. So there is a clear, distinct difference between the Mavs that are in circulation, between Norca, their opponents, the Unification, the Eastern European forces, and the refugees that you see. They all have slightly different or drastically different, in the case of Norca and the Unification, styles of Maverick. And so it's been interesting and exciting to dream up what would look different between the different nations and their weapons. If you look at like tanks and planes and designs of like World War II battleships that varied by nation, the differences can appear subtle, but if you look like World War II and World War I tanks, they
I was
were
like,
drastically different.
So it's so funny because I'm like, what? Why is he talking about battleships? Oh yeah, because of freaking Azur Lane. That's why.
Yeah.
The only
Well, I mean, those are animated girls, but it's still, I did learn a lot of naval history from that game. British ships are, sleeker, narrower than German ships. I learned about the Battle of Denmark Strait where they sank Hood. Broke my heart, man. Hood's one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's where Bismarck, made a name for itself.
Crimson L Comic says, Frank, you remember G.I. Joe and Transformers crossover in comics?
I don't remember that, but I'm sure that there was one because they crossed over in my imagination on Saturday mornings. all
I
the time.
actually absolutely remember that. I just I never got a chance to read it.
Well, that might be something that we have to change. Could go back to basics, right? And do a coffee and comics back to basics.
I mean, I guess.
Read some really. I have Transformers #1 upstairs.
You really?
You saw it when we were going through my old boxes. In fact, I think it's in that stack over there of #1s. But we were going to do our first episode, so I pulled out a whole bunch of #1s. You know, where it was Boof and Silver Surfer and that whole.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing Transformers.
Right over there.
No,
you're going to make me get up and go get it now.
No, you don't have to. I believe you. I just don't remember seeing it or being showed it.
So I was thinking we might want to share
Like, that's it.
sneak preview that we gave on Instagram.
The animation?
Where are you going?
I'm going to go find
Yeah.
Transformers #1.
No, you're not. Come back here.
Aaron has gotten distracted.
Oh,
So-
Jesus.
I know you're all shocked and surprised. But if you saw on our Instagram stories the other day, we threw up a little sneak peek of animation that we're working on for the trailer for Mavericks once we launch our Indiegogo or Kickstarter pages, or that both actually. And we have an updated one. And I'm going to share my screen in a moment to show it to you. And we're gonna do
You realize if I'm right, you're not going to find it, right?
this one.
If you're right, which you're probably right, it's probably upstairs.
If it lets me. I just have a little bit of a lag here, so I'm just gonna keep babbling.
And I like how proving that we have that you have it down here is more important than hanging out with me. Oh man.
I have to show them. I have to show it to them.
Uh-huh.
I do. Yeah, it's upstairs.
Yeah, it totally is.
God, how much I hate you. Don't mind the mess in the background.
All right, so I'm having an issue with my computer, so you guys keep chatting, and I will keep.
We're gonna
Working
chat
on-
about the fact that I can't find Transformers #1.
Yeah, well, I
Alright.
try and figure out a better way to share this. Oh, cool. Hi, Google.
Well, I'm back, and Garrett was right. I can't find it. It's got to be in the boxes and boxes of stuff upstairs.
All right, my Google Chrome just crashed.
Next time, I'm gonna have it, and I'm gonna put it on one of these standees behind me. Your Frequency Girls Google Chrome has crashed.
Yeah,
so.
which I hope does not kick us off
No,
the broadcast.
it seems like I'm broadcasting just fine.
Yeah, no, so far we're good. But I'm frozen, so.
Doesn't look like it to me.
No, I mean my computer is frozen. I was trying to share the animation,
Ah,
and
yeah, that's too bad.
it was not letting me.
I might be able to pull that up off my email.
Oh,
Yes,
the
you have to
animation that
share
Brian
your
did?
screen, and it
Uh-huh.
was when I went to share my screen that my computer froze. I have a blue spinny wheel of death,
Yeah.
and everything is grayed out.
Okay, that's
So.
fine. I'm gonna see if I can do it, and that'll be really interesting
Well,
if I crash.
How about maybe we let Garrett open it if he can, considering he also has the email and he's already sharing his screen.
Well, I'm sharing the
Just that one application.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
But it's fun to watch Garrett draw things.
It is.
Is it?
I think so.
I'm glad to hear that.
It's not fun at all. That's why they tune in. They tune in to be bored.
Hey man, I get it.
We should probably keep talking now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, one of us should.
The
I like how he said we should keep talking. We should, and then
Hush.
everyone stopped.
How do I share my
talking
screen? I
again.
have it. How do I
Yeah,
share my
so
screen?
if you have it, then do it. I
Yeah,
don't.
but I don't know how to
control
share my application. Share video file.
share.
Share video file. That's cool.
No,
Let's
no,
do
no.
that. We're gonna do this.
All right. Don't listen.
Share video file. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. He didn't move his hand though.
I didn't see anything left.
Oh,
You might have had the old one too.
Yeah, make sure you have the newest one.
I thought I had the new. I thought that was the newest. This is the new one where he moves his hand. See, look, he like moves his gun up. They can't see that though. Okay, we'll try that again. I can hear me making noise.
Yeah, we did see the animation. I have.
What's up?
We have a. There it is. There it is. I did it. I made it happen.
Yay! Look in the chat.
Look, wait. Oh, look at that. He moves his arms. His arms now. Hey, I don't see you.
But we're happy that we don't see you.
Look at that. That animation is so cool. So I think Shell Presto said it to me on the Discord. She thinks that the guys rising up behind him should rise up in like a sequence, not all at once. I think she's right about that. But I love how his gun moves now, his arms and his gun, and the head sort of, the
Yeah, I mean this
glint of
is
the
this is the
lens.
first time we've done this, and it's a friend of ours, Brian. How do you say Brian's last name?
Prispec.
Prispec.
Brian's he runs the other company that I formed called Media Benders, and they're going to do the animated intro for our crowdfunder. So you'll be able to see a production of ours, and the logo, because we're going to include it in there. So it'll be fun. I'll be double dipping. Both of my companies will be working on my crowdfunder.
But it looks really cool.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I think it looks neat. Here, one more time. Let's show them full screen. It's almost like a GIF now.
Yeah, I actually had to make it into a GIF in order to share it on my stories for Instagram because I kept cutting it off.
I'm going to remove it. There you go.
Go back to sharing Garret.
Yep.
Um,
Go back to sharing Garret.
Yeah.
Removing Garret.
So I'm
Ouch.
still stuck here. So you're gonna have to.
Thank you very
watch the
much,
chat.
person in the chat who I'm not showing on the screen because you're not supposed to be here, but we're very glad you are.
Who's that?
If you looked up, you'd see.
Because you said that we don't.
Yeah. No, shh, he's not here.
But we're happy.
We're very happy. We I actually don't know if you saw. It's in here somewhere. I'm gonna see if I can grab it. Man, the stacks of comic books all over this table.
They have taken
It's
over.
your
the basement.
fault. It's your fault because
I'm sorry.
my
Who are you
fault.
pointing
I
at?
don't know why it's her fault. I can't come up with a creative reason as for it to be her fault. It's all my fault.
Yes. Good. I'm glad we're in agreement.
Look at what you're doing to me. You're making me admit something. Okay. Because I wanted to find it for you. Let's see if I can get it. It's got to be in this stack right here. No, it's probably in the other stack. I'm so disorganized.
What are you looking for?
It's a comic book that we picked up at the comic shop, obviously.
Oh, well, that narrows it down.
Right? It's in this. It's in this pile. It's in this pile here, and it's underneath the ones that you got. Kim got a whole stack of comics too. It wasn't just me.
Yeah, I got some.
Well, I mean, Garrett got some too, even though he wasn't there, because I was shopping for him. Because I
And you know
I
for a
what-
fact that had you told me, I would have told you not to. But
Here he is.
Yeah, but Aaron doesn't listen to that.
I know he doesn't listen to anything that I had to say.
Look what I got.
I'm sorry. What is that?
Look at this. This is so cool. I'm gonna go full screen on it. This is Gate Crasher, #1 from Black Bull. I'm super excited to read it.
Yo, he brought all those comics back, and like for real, the dust off these old back issues was like killing me. There were so many old books, and it was just absolutely like insane breathing in all of these ancient comic dust particles. I forgot how
they can kill you.
Yeah, it's
how bad it is to try and go through old books because
honestly, I should have been wearing my mask.
This is
while I was looking at these books because
all right, all of
I was choking and
tell me how awesome this is. Tell me how awesome this is. What do you think? What did I find at the comic shop? I found all of these things. I started putting together a collection. Just cool things that people we know have credits on.
I hope okay. So I'm restarting.
You're restarting?
Yeah.
So we have all of those comics that I picked up. All right, I'll fess up. I bought all those comics because I thought it would be fun to make Garret breathe in dust. No, to get Garret to go through some of the
that's what you're doing.
Some of the old stuff from like 1995 and pick it apart and talk about it and the details, but mostly because I found a whole bunch of indie stuff from 1995 through 1998 from studios that I'd never read anything from. And they had creators that I'm familiar with today, but they were not famous then. So it's kind of like looking at people cutting their teeth early on some of the stuff that is less known from studios that I don't even know if they still exist. But it's really, really exciting to me to get to look at all those old books and reminisce, about the nostalgia of it all. That, and we've been getting a steady stream of crowdfunded stuff and indies coming in. So we're going to have to do a mail bag unboxing video of all of these projects because I don't think I'm going to have enough room to do a review of everything we get, unless I just do them one at a time in short form videos, which is possible. I'll do videos like 3 or 4 days a week. That's a lot. I can barely do them like once a week right now.
We'll get faster, maybe.
Care less about the end product.
Yeah, that's definitely it. Care less, that's quantity over quality, but how much of a stickler for the details. I was going to say it's stickler for the details.
I don't think
perfectionist is a dirty word.
No, it's not.
Okay, so yeah, I am kind of a little bit of a perfectionist. I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But I think you would do well with being less of a perfectionist and just putting out more stuff, and then letting the process make you better.
Oh, I see Garrett's screen is no longer orange. There's purple now.
Is that purple?
Oh, it's a gradient.
Purple.
It's purple up in the corner here.
I can spot purple a mile away.
Yep.
It's true.
I've been actually using a lot more purple in my shadows. I've been doing
quick comic reviews. I could do that. Yeah. Featured on the Frequency quick comic reviews.
But I've been doing a very saturated purple for shadows. So I'll just kind of show an example of what I'm doing, right? So spelling things wrong all over the place. But you can see how intensely vibrant this purple is.
I'm going to give him full screen.
So if I go over all of the areas I want in shadow with the purple, right? Let's just say I'm going to just leave it there, and I'll leave the top of the ship. Well, you know what? I'll do that purple there. A little bit all over, right? Then maybe kind of use my transparent brush to soften the edges and some of those spots. Once I got it kind of where I want, then what I'm going to do is go in. I'll turn the opacity down to 60. And I will change the processing of the layer to multiply. And you get this nice, rich kind of shadow that still carries that that kind of mixes the purple in.
This is part of my favorite,
Right.
stuff watching Garret work. It's like Bob Ross, but with technology.
It's true. Happy little plane. Happy little drop ships.
It's true, right?
No, but it is really useful because this stuff is so alien to me. This technology is so far beyond my ken. I'm not an artist, and I don't understand. Garret was explaining the color wheel to me the other week. Okay, like that's how far from visually, knowledgeable I am. Artistically knowledgeable when it comes to visuals. But it's always exciting to watch him work, at least for me. I just kind of marvel at he's touching buttons and toggles and there's things in menus and I don't know what any of that means, but I like it.
And I want to touch all the buttons and hit all the toggles.
Yeah, purple is a great shadow color. It's so much nicer than just straight up gray or black. It's much more exciting. Is that a word you would use to describe shadows? You can't really make shadows vibrant, can you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so see, once again, I know nothing about visuals.
Yeah, that's
So what did you do there? How'd you do that? How'd you do?
I'm just using.
Hey, Mr. Burns!
I'm just using a.
Sideburns in the house.
Just using a little.
Spotlighting. How does that work?
No, it's just a little like oval gradient kind of thing.
That is definitely cool. I like that. So I get speechless when I start watching Garret do this. It's bad because then I'm not talking, and it's worse because I can't talk and write at the same time. There are people who can draw or color and talk at the same time. I guess I can't multitask to the point where I'm watching Garret draw and I can't talk at the same time. It's bad. I'm watching and can't talk.
That's all right.
I was having a little bit of a hard time with that when I was trying to share my screen and it wasn't working. So I was trying to figure out what was going wrong in my head while reading what was on the screen and trying to talk, to the point where I realized words are coming out of my mouth, and I have absolutely no idea what I'm saying. I'm just.
Was this while I was off camera looking for Transformers
number
one?
Exactly. So I was trying to.
I was being helpful.
You were being so helpful, as always.
I mean, honestly, this is kind of like one of the parts that's harder in the. And whenever you're working on comics, right? This can come up where you're just trying to figure out, all right, how do I draw this drop ship kind of descending on top of 6 story tall robots on the tarmac of a
so it looks
airport.
Like it's like almost
because honestly I have no reference for this. I have no idea where to get reference to this. So now it's really just kind of like you coming up with this bullshit.
Improv.
Yeah, see?
I mean, I still don't think this is improv because I can go back and I can. It's not like a thing that I can.
That's once it's out, it's out.
Yeah, like I work like this. Once I work on this, right, and like I take time with it. It's not like I'm live streaming a finished product here.
That's true.
We're
watching you go through the process of figuring it out.
Yeah, but I think it's so cool that you just added shadows behind them. And I'm thinking to myself, if I tried to do that, no one would know that was a shadow. I may have impressed 5-year-olds when I was teaching, but I'm not artistic at all. It's not really hard to impress 5-year-olds.
I don't know. Might be. Addie is here. Addie in the house.
What up, Addie?
So we're doing a drop ship, my man. dropship has a spotlight on the Mavs underneath, and Garrett's trying to figure out how to do the light sourcing and create shadows.
It's both like the backwash of like the dust kicking up. It's the lights from the thing underneath. It's I just want to make it look like it's actually coming down on the spot where it's supposed to come
like on
down
top of them,
yeah,
not off to the side.
One of the books that Aaron did get that was pretty awesome was he got a this little Mobius book.
Yeah.
Now the funny thing was it wasn't actually done by Mobius, but it was about the Airtight Garage, which was a series he did in heavy metal, which was just like crazy 70s drug fueled madness, with like Major Grubert and all of his characters from heavy metal. And the art in it wasn't by Mobius. It was like something that he continued writing and producing, and he had other artists drawing it. But in the very back, there was a bunch of like sketch pages, and the sketch pages are incredible because there's like zero time put into them by Mobius's part, but they're still just so good. The way that he does horizon lines and is able to use a few sparse pencil marks to kind of like establish a flat plane that you could like put your hand on. It's mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, we might actually like show some of that on camera at some point during one of the reviews, because Garret was saying how it just looks very quickly, or doesn't look quickly done. It appears to have been done quickly.
I mean, it is done quickly.
And
like it's
and you can compare that to some of the other stuff in the 90s, which is like crazy detail, like pouches everywhere, rippling muscles, and you know that it took them time to draw that because the amount of detailing there is absurd. But you compare the two, and I thought that was an interesting thing, that we could possibly make a video out of, because it just showcases the difference between the two styles. Anyway, I kind of think I co-opted what you were talking about.
Well, it was honestly, it's just it is super fast, because Mobius is one of those guys that just he does so much work, and he's got such control that he can do something where he just puts down a few lines, and it immediately creates this wide open space. The dude understood line and shape and how to use those to just create form out of nothing, and it pisses me off.
So he looks at he looks at Mobius and gets mad the way that I read some Ellis and I get mad.
He's so good.
Yeah. So Keith says he got a heavy metal when he was too young, and it warped his mind.
Oh, dude, me too. Like
me too.
My dad had all of the heavy metals from the very first, like number one, all the way up to the early 90s. And as a young kid, like third, fourth grade, he just let me have free reign of looking at the heavy metals, because he had two sets. He had one set that was still has, actually. He still has this set that's mint in bag, hasn't been opened, and then a second set that I got to be able to like get my greasy little fingers all over. And yeah, that definitely was like mind warping for me.
Get out! We were just talking about this earlier today.
What's this?
SWAT cats.
SWAT cats.
The Radical Squadron to rob Leafield abs on abs on abs. Yeah, I actually picked up a bunch of Leafield, Stephen Platt, Dan Fraga, a bunch of stuff from the 90s, mid to late 90s that we were looking at. Actually, I think we were comparing the Stephen Platt cover.
Why was Eddie talking about SWAT cats?
I don't know, but you
mentioned 90s and pouches and abs and Liefeld.
And we on Twitter today were talking about SWAT cats, not with Addie.
Yeah,
it's just weird coincidence. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that theme song did slap. It slapped hard. That was such a good theme song. I think I have it downloaded in my saved music folder.
Oh, yeah?
Somewhere. Yeah, dude. It was so good. Yo, dog, I heard you like muscles, so I put your muscles on muscles. On your muscles. I put muscles on your muscles. Right? He's not kidding either. Where are you, Dan Fraga?
Are you gonna show him the?
Yeah, I am. Everything's gonna fall off the table while I do it. That's fine. It's just gonna happen. It made. I don't think it's in this pile. I think it's in the other pile. Damn it, Kimberly.
Like it's my fault.
This is the
Interesting.
airtight garage piece, right? Yeah, that.
Yep.
That's airtight garage. So it's got to be close by, right underneath that, right?
That's interesting.
We
Why
have
is
a
that
comment
happening?
about Mobius.
Here, what's the comment about Mobius say? While I root through this.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. His sketch work is incredible. Honestly, I was thinking. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen all of the weird concept work he did for Jodorowsky's Dune. But one of the things that always blows my mind is the Jodorowsky assembled a huge team to make a Dune back in the 70s before the David Lynch one, and he got Mobius. He got this Swiss artist named H.R. Geiger, if you're familiar with him. And the whole production team that got assembled for Dune never got to make the movie, but Ridley Scott ended up taking that whole production team and making Alien with them
because they didn't have any money. They ran out of money trying to do Dune.
Well,
to sell the set.
They didn't even get to film it. They just he spent 5 or 6 years getting together a production team and doing all this crazy test stuff because Jodorowsky's a madman. But my
kind of writer.
You can still find all of Mobius's cool concept work for like the Dune characters, and it's madness. Like it's some really wacky designs. But it totally reminds me of if you're familiar with the artist Amano, who did all of the Final Fantasy stuff.
I gotta sort these better.
You probably shouldn't sort
all.
them on the stream.
Yeah,
but I wanted to
Aaron
find the
has
thing.
right now
Oh,
itchies.
jeez.
I wanted to find the thing for you.
So you're also getting more of that dust up in my nose and trying to kill me again.
All right. Fine. I can't find it. It's Fragaboom. It's Black Flag number 2. Yeah.
It's awful. I like how you spent all this time trying to find this book that is just.
I just wanted to show the cover, the Stephen Platt cover with the butt cheeks and the muscles. It would have been perfect, but now we've got no reference.
You don't need reference to understand that this cover is despicably bad. This is really what the movie Argo was based on. I can't remember where I heard that. Really, that's cool. Argo is that weird movie with Ben Affleck?
Yeah, the one where they try and get everyone out of Iran?
No, I don't think so.
Are we? There are 3 different Argos
Maybe.
we're thinking of?
I don't know.
Whichever one Keith's thinking of, the one I'm thinking of. And Ben Affleck was in Argo.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, no, Aaron was
trying to get the
It is that one?
That's
Yeah.
absolutely the one it was.
Is that what? Is that
I
what
was
you're
right about something.
Is that what you're talking about, Keith?
It'll never happen again.
Keith, yeah, they were making a fake movie.
Oh,
no
right.
kidding.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. So
Oh, making a fake movie to get the
so that
hostages
was the
out.
movie.
That's
Got
really
it.
funny. I had no idea.
And it makes sense because Dune's in the sand. You know,
That's
there's a
wild.
lot of sand in Dune.
Um,
In Iran. Sand in Iran. What? I can't find my cover. I wanted to find my cover.
I know.
I'm going to make it the thumbnail for this stream. I'm going to make the photo of the cover of
Please don't.
Black Flag.
Please,
the thumbnail for this
please
stream.
don't. I'm begging you.
Garrett will go, go to show someone the stream that we just did, and it'll be a thumbnail of Black Flag, and he'll just get too embarrassed to show them.
See, that's where my brain went to,
happened?
Peter. But then I realized afterwards it was not that.
Fargo, the one in Wisconsin in the
Don't you
snow
know
where
now?
they throw
No,
what's his
I
name in
can't
the
do
wood
the-
chipper. That was a
the-
good movie too.
Fargo.
Fargo, yeah.
Yep.
Not Argo.
No, I know. But that's where my brain went because it rhymes. So I didn't say my brain made sense. I just explained what it did.
No, that's cool. Where? Oh, that's why. Okay.
We're going back to
Okay,
take a look at the
yeah,
art.
uh-huh.
That's what we're doing.
Oh, that's neat. Mobius did designs for Tron.
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
that I knew.
That I didn't know.
honestly, like, not only is he one of the
So
most
many
incredible
things I
freaking
know
artists
you don't.
ever, he's also like just extremely influential. Pops up in all the places you wouldn't expect. Yeah, like I was before I got distracted or whatever. I was pointing out that Takeshi Amano, I think it's Takeshi Amano, Yoshitaka Amano. Amano, the concept artist who did all of the work for Final Fantasy, I'm pretty sure took a lot of inspiration from a lot of Mobius's work. Are you guys going on Twitch?
We're not currently on Twitch,
We could be.
but we probably should be. And look for that
We can mirror.
information
We can mirror onto Twitch.
to come soon. Aaron wants to keep playing Azure Lane on the stream, and we keep telling him no. So if he gets to Twitch, then we won't be able to tell him no.
Playing Azure Lane. I mean, I could stream Azure Lane on YouTube, though. It's just a mobile game, and I have BlueStacks. So it's not actually that big of a deal for me to do. It's probably over in the corner.
For this comic book.
Well, you see, but they're watching Garret draw, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, it still matters. You still need to be here and talking. You're not going to be able to show it today anyway.
That's not true.
Just keep it. It'll be a surprise for Monday. We'll look for it over the weekend.
Hate you.
And then you can show it on Monday. And it'll be like, tune in on Monday to find out what comic Aaron was searching for last Friday.
That Garret hates with a burning passion.
To be continued. You know, you gotta leave him with a cliffhanger.
Is that what that is?
Maybe.
Hey, I found it.
Found it. Frank says, "Okay, cool. I'm watching Masamas."
Masamas. Oh, right. Yeah, I wanted to check out. That's Anna Rob's brother. He's a VTuber.
Yes, I saw. I was watching that with you.
He's adorable.
And you got him to say ah.
I did get him to say the gura and I'm gonna make a GIF or a couple of meme clips that I can turn into a GIF for him.
Joint.
What's up, Juke? How's it going? Good to see you, buddy. So this is
Oh, that's right. Your interview is tonight, right? Or did it already happen, Juke?
For
the director who was talking about last week.
Right. Is that on right after this? I want to show my comic. I'm going to show my comic.
Yeah, sure. Well, you're not on the screen yet.
I'm setting it up. Ready? This is Black Flag. Garret loves this cover.
Fuck you.
This is his idea of the ideal man.
I'm getting tweaked.
Really? I thought I could only do that to you with DC comics. This one's by Maximum Press. It's not DC.
God.
So how can I tweak you with this?
Well, Addie wants you to send him Pokemon.
I can't send him Pokemon.
He's lazy and needs a shiny obstacle. And Juke says, yes, he is on in an hour with Harrison Smith at 8 p.m. Central.
Well, I know what we're doing at 8 p.m. Central.
Yes.
That's when we cut off on this broadcast. We're going to hop over on Juke's stream.
So when you guys are done here,
hop
over
check
and
that
watch
out. That'll be awesome.
Juke's interview with Harrison Smith.
Yep.
And if I had
Indie
a link,
director.
I would throw it up for you, but I don't.
Well, good luck with that, man. Honestly, I hope that goes really well.
Yep.
I'm excited.
I'm definitely going to hop in that chat and cause trouble on my alter ego. Yeah, if Salazar, if Frank Salazar has recommendations on Twitch, if you want to drop Masumas's information in the chat.
It's in the Draw and Talk Discord.
Oh, the link's to the Draw and Talk Discord. Okay, well, I can do that real quick.
Yeah.
I'm going to actually make you guys watch Garret fully while I do stuff on the internet.
And Frank says that he bought some Youngblood issues today and a Captain America poster book with a Rob Liefeld poster.
Hey, we should do some talk, Youngblood talk.
No.
Garrett doesn't have to be there for that. I can go on your show and we can
um,
talk about it.
Legit, like when I was very young, I actually got to be in a comic making class at a local community college. I was still in middle school, I think, when I got to do it. But I met with a community college teacher, and I was like, hey, I have free time. I'd like to enroll and be in the comic class. And he kind of like vetted my work and was like, all right, you know what, like you can do it, it's cool. So I got to hang out with kind of these older college kids who I thought were like, totally awesome. And one of the things we would do is we'd get old Liefeld books and just like other shitty comics, and we would just tear them apart at the beginning of class, and make fun of the lack of
one of these days
proportions and feet and
one of these days
semblance of.
I'm gonna make sure you meet him in person and say all of these dirty things to his face.
I would.
Juke joint. I'm not seeing it in the draw and talk Discord. Oh wait, it might be because it's under self-promotion, isn't it? That's exactly why. Copy link address, go to StreamYard, put it
Thank
in.
you for
I'm just
narrating
narrating
for
my
us
my
what you're
yep, there we
doing.
go. This seems to be the link to Juke Joint's YouTube interview. I believe that that's the case. If I'm wrong, then
Oh, Frank is on it too.
I'm a dummy.
He threw that up, and he also threw up the links for Masamas.
Yeah, that's totally the one, because I just opened it in my browser. I almost like created a tear in space-time because I
Yeah.
opened YouTube in YouTube.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, I know we didn't have to, but I do what I want. It's my show.
Oh, wow, you've been busy, Garrett. We're chatting over here, and now all of the Mavs are colored in too.
See what happens when I look for Black Flag?
It's
Garrett,
like, quick, I gotta
Garrett,
finish this story.
Garrett draws more so I don't show crappy comics on stream.
It's funny because it didn't work.
No, it didn't. Draw faster.
That wouldn't help either, buddy.
Frank says that Aaron is going to be a guest next week.
Yes, I'm going to be a guest next week. I think I'm going to drag Garrett with me. We're going to go hop on Frank's stream and cause some mischief.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
You already knew that. I told you about it. It's Wednesday.
You told me about it. I don't know if you.
I
had
was
that
sitting
conversation
down here
yet.
talking to him about it.
Okay.
But to be fair, I was telling him a lot.
That's
of
exciting,
things
though.
all at once. I was like, "We're doing this Friday, and this is on Wednesday, and the Friday after."
And
that,
by the
we
way,
gotta
here's Black Flag. Enjoy this comic.
breathe in some dust while you're at it.
Oof.
Thank you for stopping by. We miss you.
We miss you so much.
We're so happy.
Come
that you
back
stopped
to us
by.
when you're ready. We'll be here.
That
Oh, whoops.
I made it go away.
I know, but I was in the middle
But
of
you made it go
doing
back.
that.
You know what? I think Frequency Girl should do some comic reviews. She picked up a couple comics that she's really interested in getting into, one of which is Soulfire, which has been going on forever. And there's a whole bunch of different runs for her to talk about. Would you guys be interested in having Frequency Girl do, a coffee and comics something?
Special guest star.
I don't know. Who knows?
We will all wait for Peter.
We still need 1,000 subscribers before we reveal your face, though. So if you did do one, it would just be your voice behind art.
Yeah, I don't think anyone wants to see that. I mean, not that.
That they'd see
Yeah,
art. The
face.
art would be nice.
I was gonna say yes. The art would be nice. It'd be
They
better
wouldn't see
than-
your face.
Then that's fine.
We could have you talk about the history of the series, where it came from, the creators, why you like it. Link it to things. It's almost like doing a featured on the Frequency, which I still have to finish.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
But I haven't looked at Soulfire yet. I'm excited to start.
You read
it,
one
but-
issue,
No, I didn't read any yet.
the one that's upstairs.
No, didn't finish it.
Did you open the cover?
Yeah.
Did you read some of it?
No, I looked at the art and it's very pretty.
Okay.
So
All right, I'm not going to bone pick this one with you.
Yes.
That's fine.
it does make me a VTuber. So
We were thinking that.
Aaron keeps telling me that I should be a VTuber because I have normally a squeaky voice. My voice is a little bit lower today.
But yeah, I think Kim would be adorable as a VTuber. The only thing is she can't play video games. She can play some video games, but not others. She can't play first-person shooters. She can't play third-person adventure games. So stuff.
I used to be, well, I mean, like a million years ago, I used to play all the time. I played Quake like 24/7. I think I almost failed out of college because I was playing Quake instead of doing anything else. And then one day,
yeah, true that.
I just got really, really sick while I was playing, and from that moment on, I get like really bad motion sickness when I play first-person shooters. I was okay with third-person shooters for a while, and then what was it? I was playing Dragon Age. I was playing Dragon Age, my little dwarf, and I'm running across the field, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh no, and I handed it to Aaron. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah, so the problem with her being a VTuber is that she couldn't actually play any games. So I would have to be her, ghost gamer. And I'm not that great. I'm not that great at games myself. I play for fun or to be maniacal and break systems. But I don't know if we would have a good synergy in that regard. She would have to be commenting on what I'm doing, and she couldn't watch the screen.
Yeah, that would be bad. So like even to the point of like when we play Pokemon, the 3D cities, what was it? Volt City or something like that.
I don't know. I think it was in Black 2. No, was it? Yeah, was it Black 2? I don't know. You could run around in a circle. It was a
like
3D
the
background.
Electric City.
Yeah.
I kept calling it Vomit City, and anytime I had anything
She would
to
hand
do
me
in
the
there, I
controller.
had to hand it to Aaron and be like, get me through Vomit City. So, same thing with the wild area in the newest Pokemon on the Switch. Couldn't do it. So.
Yeah, she could not navigate the wild area.
Because I would get sick.
Some people just can't be Pokemon trainers.
Yeah. And I only catch the cute ones, so.
That's why she caught me.
Yuck, 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 yuck.
See, that expression was priceless. Too bad they won't see it because we don't have 1,000 subscribers.
We don't have anywhere near 1,000 subscribers. So.
I don't know about that, man. I've seen a lot of VTubers that are pretty decent at games. Although they do play like adventure games and games that aren't like too competitive. But like I watch old school HoloLive a lot, and I really enjoy it. We don't have to be playing games. That's true. What could we be doing? What would you suggest we do instead of playing games? Some people just can't catch, period. It's really sad.
I catch my Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't talking about you. I was just saying in
You
general.
looked directly at me, so I was like, hey, I can catch my Pokemon. Thank you very much. I can catch them.
It's time for weekly drug use on stream.
I'm
Daily.
good at catching. Well, no, it's not because you turned off the video. So they're just looking at orange right now, actually. It's very exciting. We could do meme reviews.
We could do meme reviews. Coco actually does meme review.
Oh.
Yeah. Hear you, Coco?
Yeah.
She's famous
Yeah.
to do meme review.
Yeah.
Although she has other VTubers on the stream to do them with her.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what makes it.
It is
we could get most.
It is 8:01, so Jake should get move into his thing.
He probably
I think
already
he
did.
probably
Okay,
already
That's
left,
cool.
Good.
So
But that means that we're
Well,
gonna.
good luck to him, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna go there and I'll tell him you
Yeah.
said hi. Yeah, I'm not gonna go on global frequency. I will go under my alias. That means that we're gonna have to sign off now, guys.
Go.
Thank you for stopping by. Garrett wants to know there are 2 of him. Tune in Monday. We'll talk more about Black Flag and why Garrett hates Rob Liefeld. Thanks for coming.
This is bad.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and tune into the frequency. We'll see you next time. Right?
Have a good weekend.
That's how that's done. Where's the off button?
And